In this video, I'm going to show you how to start with a very simple card and then step it up with extra layers, maybe a few details. And before you know it, we're going to be creating a card that will fit wherever you are on your own stamping and card making journey. I'm Barb Brimhall, also known as the BZB Stamper, and today we're using the Valentine Kisses Bundle by Stampin' Up. This is such an adorable bundle. The dies really complement well the stamp set, and the stamp set has so many fun little touches to it. I love the little teddy bear. I love the little angel wings. So before we get started, let me just say that you can do just the stamp set, or you can do the dies with the stamp set. It's wherever you're at and wherever you're comfortable in your own stamping journey. Our first card is what I like to call the Busy Bee card. And this is the card for those of us that are often in a hurry, or if you're a beginner stamper. These are some of my favorite cards because you can make them in a hurry, but they still look cute. So in this Busy Bee card, we are using a card base of Petal Pink. And then I'm using some of the new Made with Love designer paper that premieres on January 5th, 2026. And it's really cute paper. You're going to love it when you have a chance to see it. If you're catching the replay, chances are you've already seen it and you know how cute it is. And then we're stamping the bear. We're just coloring the bear in with some of our gray granite blends, which makes the coloring really easy. By the way, if you like step-by-step instructions like I do, I have them for you. So if you are watching on Facebook, you can see the link above. If you're watching on YouTube, you could find the link below. So grab that tutorial if you feel you need some help making these cards. Now, the only real addition to this card is along the bottom, I took Granny Apple Green ink and a Stampin' blending brush, and I just sponged the ink along the bottom. So super simple card. Let me bring it up so you can see the detail. Anybody could make this card. By the way, the Bear Hugs and Kisses was stamped with Strawberry Slush ink. And this card comes together very easily. And it's not a whole lot of coloring, so the coloring was actually pretty easy to do. Now we're going to step this up just a little bit. This is our worker bee card, and you can see that we added a little bit more details. This time we used a 4 by 5 1/4 piece of the designer paper instead of just this little mat. And then I sponged this rectangle in with Granny Green ink, just like we did on the other. And then I did Pool Party for what I'm calling the sky. So the Granny Apple Green is the grass, and the Pool Party, we're just kind of creating a little bit of a scene with the sky here. And then I stamped the Bear Hugs and Kisses on another piece of white cardstock. And then we stamped both bears just like we did before. Let me point one thing out. If you look at this bear right here, you can see the little bear on the right side in the middle. And he doesn't have lines along the bottom of his arms. And that allows you to very easily stamp this image and look like he's leaning on something, which I think is just adorable. And then we also stamped a birdie. Let me hold this up so you can see it. And I colored the bird in with Pool Party as well. So it's Pool Party on Pool Party, but still works. And then I cut out the little, I don't know, wooden banner because he's waiting for kisses. So we've got this bear, we're waiting for this bear to come and give each other some hugs and kisses. And I just stamped the XOXO in Strawberry Slush onto the wooden sign. Super easy. Now, I will say this was cut out with scissors because the worker bee card assumes that you don't have a lot of supplies or a cut and emboss machine, which is our die cutting machine. Got to have one. And that's all I'm going to say. But so I did fussy cut this out, and I fussy cut out the sign. That took this card much longer than it would take if you have the dies. And I'm going to show you the dies in the next card. And then I wanted to show you this right here. This is brand new. This also is coming out on January 6th, 2026. These are the new faux bronze pentagons is what they're called. And I just thought it added a nice little hook. You could kind of see how it looks on the side. But let me bring out the Queen Bee card and you'll really see these dies in all of their glory. This is actually a really simple Queen Bee card. Now, I want to point out a couple things. Number one, I used another set of dies called the Textured Note dies, and it just gives a lot more interest than if you cut it out just with your paper cutter, right? You can see how it adds this little border around all these pieces. But if you don't have that, you're going to be just fine. So don't worry about that. The dies also cut out both of these bears. So this guy has a little bit more. I didn't put him up on Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm trying to show you how he's cut out. But I think he just, even though it's not on Dimensionals, he's got a little bit more depth because he is cut out. And both of the bears, again, were colored in with gray granite blends and also petal pink blends, just to add a little bit more for the muzzle and the ears. Then I stamped and cut out 3 of the birdies. But where these dies really shine is what I like to call the kissing booth. You've got the upper, and then you've got the lower, kind of like a desk almost. And look at the real detail in this. You can see the wooden slats that it cuts out very easily. And then this is the banner. Isn't that cute? Let me go back one more time and show you the dies. You can see on the right-hand side everything that you can use in the dies for this card. Very simple, but oh so cute. And I really want to make sure that you can see the detail on these dies. They're just amazing. And I think they're so cute. So there you have it. I will give you one hint, and this is also in the instructions. When I stamped the wooden sign, what I did is I inked it up with Memento black ink, just like I did the bears and the birds. And I tapped it off on my scratch sheet, and then I stamped it down. And that gives it a much softer look. And then you can stamp in the 𝐓𝐿𝐼𝐌𝐄𝐒. So very easy. Isn't that a fun card? So let me bring them all in. Very, very easy. So we've got the Busy Bee card, the Worker Bee card, and then this absolutely adorable Queen Bee card. Isn't that fun? And even though it technically looks like Valentine's Day, it doesn't really say that in here. So I think this could be an all occasion card for just someone that you want to say, hey, I'm thinking about you. I miss you. How about some hugs and kisses? I think there's a lot of occasions that you can use this for. And I just think this is an adorable stamp set. So there you go, my friends. I will be back next week with another Step It Up Stamping, another new one from the new 2026 Occasions catalog. Let me know in the comments below which one's your favorite and which one you'd be most likely to make. And have a great rest of your creative week. Talk to you later, my friends. Bye.